So, what's going on here?
I'm trying to carefully lay out the pots to take over to be fired.
Okay. In the
Back of our minivan.
back of the minivan of love.
Minivan of love. Why are you following me? It makes me nervous. I'm going to drop them.
So, why are they all like that, not just stacked on top of each other? To explain to our viewing public.
Because they're very fragile in this unfired state. They could break very easily. Shall I demonstrate? Just kidding. They would fall apart if they hit each other. So,
Okay.
that's why.
Alright.
I'm just going to let that guy rest. Yeah.
So we're taking them down to be fired.
Yeah.
What is involved in that?
They go into a big oven that's called a kiln, and they are fired to a certain temperature in the degree range of thousands, like 1,000 or so. I forget the exact range.
Okay. I heard you say something about cone 5 or 3.
Cone 04.
Cone 04.
Mm-hmm. That's what this is called, a bisque firing. That's the first stage. Why are you laughing at me?
You're not giving me any more information.
I'm trying to, but I don't know what to say.
Well, what is cone 04?
Cone 04 is the bisque
about?
firing. It's the
Okay.
first firing for the pots.
How many thousands of degrees is
I
that?
don't know.
You don't know. Okay.
Well, it's 1,000 and something
Okay.
degrees, I think.
Is that lower than the next one or higher than the next one?
There's two ranges of firing that I am familiar with. One is called earthenware, which is low fire clay, and low fire
Like
is this.
Okay.
Okay, and that means it only goes to something called cone 04. Highest is, I think, cone 04. It's like the negative numbers, you know, like 0 goes... Never mind. Anyway, so, and then like there's stoneware, which is the higher, that's not stoneware, right? And that one goes up to over 2,000, like that one's 2,300 degrees, I know that. And you can go up to something called cone 10 with that, which is very hot and very, yeah, unpredictable.
Oh.
Okay. Now we are driving at 5 miles an hour. We're taking a very bumpy trip down to Tunkhannock.
Down the excellent Pennsylvania road system there. You can see that. How nice and smooth these roads are. And,
Maybe you should ride in the back and watch them.
Should ride in the back and watch them. You want to try to get me away from you?
No, well, no, just to watch the pots that they're not clicking together or something, or sliding. I'm hearing stuff. I'm uncomfortable. Go look.
So where are we going?
We're going to Tunkhannock, which is about a half-hour drive from here.
Okay. Why?
So I can fire my pots in the bisque firing that we talked about earlier.
Okay. Is Tunkhannock the land?
That's where my art teacher from high school has a studio, and he teaches there throughout the summer. He has art classes. And tonight is his adult pottery class, and he wants to show off my work. A little bit. A little bit.
Okay.
He said he'll have the adult potters there. He said I can come in and say, look how great I am. But I said I'm not that great, so don't get too excited.
I don't know what the comparison is based on here. Let's see what the rest of the class is like.
Right, I mean, like if it's just a studio class, then it's likely you won't see very much other than maybe a cylinder here and there, but yeah.
Okay. Little John Denver. Take me home, country road,
Oh, you make
to
fun of that
the
song.
place I love, West Virginia. Mountain Mama?
I don't know.
Mountain Mama, take me home, country dough.
Country what?
Country dough?
Country no. Look at the horses. Horses. They're pretty.
Moo! Oh, wait,
No,
no.
wrong sound, wrong sound.
West Virginia. Virginia.
We don't live in West Virginia.
West Nicholson,
Okay,
Pennsylvania.
Very good, you're right. This is West Nicholson.
Take me home. Well-paved roads. Had an uncle by the name of Matthew. That's all I know from that song. Something about the sky.
I don't know anything about that song.
Where are we?
We are in the town of Tunkhannock.
Okay. And
over here is where the studio is.
so we gotta unload how many? 44 pieces?
No, maybe 30, 35.
30, 35.
I left my mugs at home. Okay, no.
All different. There's actually techniques to put it on like this when they're leather hard.
The glaze. Yeah, you can glaze it and
Put them on when they're wet too.
That's what they're doing upstairs. Like one guy has Robin egg glue and he's putting on a wet piece. Wow, I didn't know. I never. Is it only with earthenware? I can you do it with stoneware also. Oh.
Whoop. Okay, so how you feeling?
Okay, good. Finally,
They're out of your hands?
they're out of my hands and being fired.
Okay.
And that's a good feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, they're in the kiln. It's on.
And it's clicking away. Very good.
So what happens now? They're greenware when we brought them in?
Yeah, they're green when you bring them in, and when you bring them out, they'll be bisqueware.
They'll be bisqueware.
Which means all the water that was in there has been driven out of the clay body. And, yeah, it's hard. I forget the exact term. Vitrified? I think it's
Petrified. Yes, but I mean, how
not
is it?
petrified, vitrified.
Vitrified. Okay, so they're vitrified?
I think that's the word. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. Is it's vitrified, which means there's no more moisture in the clay body at all, and now it's just a hardened material.
Why does it make it harder than what it is normally?
To drive out the water.
Yeah.
Because it's not subject to, you know, changes in the. I don't know. I'm making up stuff. But like, you can, like, if it's still a water-based thing, it can't hold water without, you know, falling apart. I guess. Doesn't that make sense? I don't really know exactly why that makes a difference.
I'm just curious. I mean, because it was so fragile, it felt like I was carrying paper.
Right.
And it doesn't feel like there's any liquid in it. And then to say we removed liquid that you didn't even notice from there, and now it's rock hard. It doesn't.
Yeah. Well.
Does not compute. But,
does not compute. Well, you know what? Go look online.
Okay.
See, I only have a BFA in this stuff. I don't.
Okay.
and very minimal BFA at that. I only started in my junior year of college. So look online,
Okay.
and someone else will tell you,
Okay.
and let me know.
Okay.